How to become extraordinary as a leader, I believe, starts with quitting things. So what does that mean? Let me just give you the title, How to Quit. So why would I talk about quitting? Well, often here we are in our current reality. Whatever your reality is, whether it's subpar, whether it's great, or whether it's somewhere in between, auditing your reality is really important. When I audited my reality, it was that mirror moment I talk about in the intro to my channel. You remember I have a mirror in my notebook. I give mirrors out to people I work with to remind them of the mirror moment. The mirror moment is an audit moment of looking really deep within and seeing, where does the ordinary begin and end, and where does the extra begin and end, and am I committed to the extra? And for me, it's when I saw there is someone inside me that I have forgotten about, that I'm not focusing on, I'm not growing, I'm not listening to. And it was the extra parts of myself. So what are the things, as we audit our mirror moment and where we are right now, what are those things we are doing that aren't serving us, that are keeping us bound in this space that's ordinary and not extraordinary? And where we want to move to, so here we are now, and here's where we want to be, a place of extraordinary, a place of doing extra things as a family member, as a leader of a business, in your career, in leading yourself and how you look after your body even. Whatever it is, it's here and we are here. So what are the things that are keeping us here? Because it's those things that we might need to quit. So I'll give you an example. 5 years ago, the things that were keeping me here were the fact that the way I spent my time, my 7 days a week, they were keeping me in a pattern that kept me in the ordinary. They didn't create any space for the extra to exist. So the first thing I did was I said, I quit spending my time like that. I quit having 7 days a week with the same repeatable patterns. I quit. And it was in quitting that I thought, I can't quit the whole thing. I can't suddenly not be doing what I was doing 7 days a week. I have responsibilities. I had 4 young children. I was working alongside my husband running a church. There was a lot going on. But I decided to quit making that my full 7 days a week existence. And it starts with a small step. In quitting, I thought I can quit that 1 day a week. I'm going to quit 1 day a week having that pattern of behavior. And it was in quitting 1 day a week that I then had space 1 day a week to spend my time. Spending time is like spending money. It's an investment. I was then able to start spending 1 day a week doing something extra to that ordinary. And so there are things that you will be doing that will be keeping you in the ordinary, that will be stopping you from moving into the extraordinary. So some of those things will be how you spend your time, firstly. But what sits within that is almost more important, is your beliefs and your mindsets around your time and around your life. Those things, some are going to be keeping you where you are, and those things need to be examined and changed, and some thoughts and beliefs are going to have to quit. So how you're spending your time, the beliefs that sit underneath that, and your behaviors that come from that. So let's look at your beliefs for a moment. What beliefs do you need to quit? A really common belief is, there's so much to do, this is my lot, this is it. That's a really fixed mindset. You might have variants of that. It could be, there's nothing I can do, life's so busy, I've got children, I've got a full-time job, I have rugby clubs, I'm running a triathlon, I can't do anything different. That fixed mindset about how you spend your time is going to be keeping you in the ordinary. So changing that mindset into a growth mindset might look like, where am I spending time that is overindulging in the ordinary? Where could I free up some time for something extra to that ordinary. It could be freeing up an evening a week where you think, yeah, I've always talked about dance lessons. I've always talked about setting up my own business. Don't despise the day of small beginnings. It starts with quitting something that exists all the time in the ordinary to then find the space for the extra to come in. Time is so important, and our belief about time keeps us locked in. So quit believing this is how it has to be. This is how it has to stay. Another belief that we might have around quit, that we might need to quit, is quit believing that it will sort itself out. I call this the Sleeping Beauty curse. But many of us brought up in Disney films, if you remember the story of Sleeping Beauty, and this is for men and women, she's this helpless girl that has the poison from the wicked person, the wicked witch, and she's asleep in bed, and she is now in need of a rescuer, in need of a saviour, the handsome prince, to come and cut through all of that bracken and holly and whatever else prickly stuff it is, in order to give her the magical kiss that will make her come alive. That is a joke. That is playing a victim. It's lovely. I wish life was like that. But we have to quit. The amount of times I hear people going, oh, it'll be all right one day. I know it'll sort itself out. And all I want to do is go, hello, Sleeping Beauty. Because actually you are an agent of your own change. Sleeping Beauty mindset is going to keep you as a victim waiting to be rescued. And I'm really sorry, no one's going to rescue your life to find the extraordinary in it. So what happens is we are Sleeping Beauty. We have to wake ourselves up and go, right, look at all this bracken in front of me. Look at all this holly, all these mindsets, all this stuff. We have to be the one getting our own sword out and cutting through it day by day, moment by moment. Don't despise the day of small beginnings, to release ourselves from some passive state of ordinary. So we need to quit the one day it'll be all right. The thing of one day someone will help me, someone will save me. I used to have this crazy thought, and I'm sure none of you have this, but I used to honestly sometimes think, because I'm the hero of my own story, we all are, I'm the center of my universe. I don't want to be, I shouldn't be, there are other things that should be, but let's be honest, I live my life through my eyes. I actually thought sometimes someone will just phone me up one day and say, Dolly, you're just what we need in our business. Dolly, you're just what we're looking for. I thought I was going to be headhunted by some amazing genie in a bottle that was just going to pop me into the existence I wanted, give me the purpose that I knew was deep inside, the extraordinary purpose I know is there, the bit that Simon Sinek talks about being in your limbic system, the why. And I used to think it would be someone coming in and doing it for me, but I was being Sleeping Beauty. The thing I quit was, in that mirror moment, was I quit believing I'm Sleeping Beauty. I quit believing that someone's going to save me, someone's going to headhunt me, and I quit that mindset. When you quit that mindset, it then opens you up into an extraordinary mindset of, I'm an agent of my own life, and I've got to make it happen myself because no one's coming to help me. So quitting the Sleeping Beauty mindset, the one day it'll be all right. And the other thing to quit is the mindset that actually protects many of us, which is, and it's very subconscious this, but quitting the mindset of, if I just talk about change and talk about wanting to be extraordinary and talk about it without doing anything, I can just live a life where I know I can have it if I want to, but I don't have to face the reality of it being rather underwhelming as I step towards it. How I liken this to is when people have an addiction, like let's take smoking. I used to be a smoker. And I used to say, oh, one day I'll quit. Yeah, one day I'll quit. Because in doing that, what I was saying was, one day I'll be extraordinary in this area. One day I'll have the extra to that and I'll be where I want to be. But and if I talk in that space, then I'm going to kind of believe it's true. But what that does is it just tricks you into staying put in the ordinary. A different mindset that would come through through what you say is, I'm going to quit smoking on Thursday, and these are the things I'm going to put in place. This is how it's going to work. This is the help I've brought in. These are the tips and tricks I've been told to do, and it starts on Thursday, or it starts today. Rather than talking a good game, I could have done that. I could do that. Oh, I always thought I'd write a book like that. The point is you didn't. Oh, I could give up. The point is you didn't. I could be like that. I could get a job like that. Yeah, but you haven't. The reality is such a gift to stare at it head on and go, yeah, but I'm not doing that. And if I talk a game that I could do that, then actually quit talking about it and start doing it. So quit talking a game that is sexy and exciting as though it were real when it's not, because it's just going to trick you from actually moving into the spaces that are extraordinary. So here's my little recap for the things you need to quit. Quit believing it's going to sort itself out. Quit the sleeping beauty mindset. Quit spending your time the same way every single day. Quit it. It's not going to help you. And the final thing is quit talking a game in the future as though it's here now, because it's not. You can talk like you want that future, but talk about where you are now instead. Quit talking about what could be, because it just takes you away from the ordinary where you are now to being able to deal with that, to move into that space. So if you want to be an extraordinary leader, you need to think about what you need to quit, how you need to quit speaking, how you need to quit thinking and believing. Let me know if there's anything else that you guys think you need to quit that could help me as I help clients. And don't forget to subscribe to some more of my how-tos to be extraordinary, or get in touch, info@dollywaddell.com if you want me to help you, your teams, your business become extraordinary.